is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped.
Well, I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna be. You're gonna make good love to me. Love will realize more than one day. Well, love, and I fade away. Welcome back to the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire. Can you grasp? Can you absorb? Can you identify? Can you celebrate? Can you reproduce the spirit of my Spirit Campfire? So much fun. I've got Shemaine Nugent joining me here in a minute in the Man Cave Cuckoo's Nest. I am just surrounded by so much effervescent masculinity debris. I'm literally within eye shot. I shot the sheriff. People are going, what about your song Jailbait? Well, what about Eric Clapton and Bob Marley? They didn't shoot the sheriff, did they? I shot the sheriff. Shouldn't we be investigating that? These people are so stupid. Thank you, stupid people. By the way, in Austin, Texas, on the street corner, celebrating the 89th legislative session. Well, what are you doing down there? Because they work for me. And I'm down there to remind all government employees they work for we the people. Boy, that Nugent is out of control. You want to play Concord Bridge? You can be the Redcoats. I'll be the Patriots. Anyhow, so I was down there making sure that we work with Gun Owners of America. I don't know what that website is. Is that GOA.com? We'll put it on the web on the front. Yep, Gun Owners there. Boy, Tony. My boys, Tony and John. Do I have Tony there? Is Tony in my ear? Yeah, Tony. My middle name is Anthony, Theodore Anthony Nugent, so you can call me Tony. Anyhow, Tony, as soon as I said Gun Owners of America, bam, he puts it up there. See, that's the kind of people I'm surrounded by. Absolute spot on. When you're supposed to be there at 9, we're there at 8. If you're 15 minutes early, you're actually 15 minutes late. So welcome to the Spirit Campfire, where entrepreneurs and people in the asset column are my Spirit Campfire blood brothers across the hinterland. Plus, by the way, and Tony, doesn't this technology go worldwide? Aren't I like Radio Free Europe? Can people in Portugal watch the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire? Do they have access to this satellite? You got to be kidding me. John Bailey Excavating in Jackson, Michigan. I just broke one of his mugs. So the people I met with in Austin, Texas, just people wandering around, because Pat Curry actually had Calvin Ross from Lone Star Music in Waco, Texas, who were putting together a bunch of kicker speakeasies. Oh boy. Now see, I can say sheet kickers if I had a speech impediment and I was from some other area. Anyhow, sheet kicker speakeasies with John Coots on drums. Maybe Jason Hartless will come down. Do I have the best musicians in the world? People just literally glob onto me and say, thank you for the music, Uncle Ted. You got me through difficult times and you inspired me to improvise, adapt, and overcome. But I was on the street corner with Calvin Ross and my beautiful wife, Shemaine, and my son, Rocco Winchester Nugent. And Pat Curry had me set up across from a coffee shop in downtown Austin. Pat, that was the dumbest, but it was fun. They had a drone filming me, and I could have got it. And I had a bunch of media there, and they're probing inquiries to the guitar player. And of course, I responded eloquently for a guitar player. And I summarized the self-evident truth that is the foundation of the only experiment in self-government in the history of the world. And the people there were from every imaginable walk of life. I wasn't the only black guy there. I had a bunch of fellow blacks with me there that enjoyed the rhythm and blues. And we were celebrating groove, and we were celebrating truth, logic, and common sense. The almighty truth, logic, and common sense. And so I did my duty, and then we went to an entrepreneur's roundtable. And I suppose I could share that with you right here, right now. But Shemaine is coming down. Her book is available now. What a great book. Talking about emotion, people literally came up and cried. They read this book and they said, we're on the path to a better, happy life. You know, there's a lot of people out there that were already really smart, and they made intelligent decisions and choices about what Mr. Hand put in Mr. Grocery Cart to end up in Mr. Mouth. And we try to reduce, if not eliminate, mitigate the chemical warfare as perpetrated by Uncle Sam and his gangsters of chemical warfare, the Democrat Party, who are importing fentanyl to kill Americans. Did you write that down? The Democrat Party, this lying canker sore of a mongrel. Well, that's rude, Ted. No, I'll tell you what's rude. When the guy who thinks he's Joe Biden, the president of the United States, gets on and says goodbye and doesn't say one thing truthful. The best economy ever, Joe, you lying monster. Lowest crime rate, you lying monster. Secure borders, you lying monster. World peace, you. I hope you're in. You can order this now, I think Amazon.com. Abundantly well. You have to be abundantly well if you want to be abundantly happy and if you want to be abundantly powerful and a positive force in the American dream by putting pressure on your elected employees. I'm talking about your school board. They need to know who you are, and you can't have pornography in your kids' classroom. Well, they want to ban books. No, we want to stop grooming children for NAMBLA, the North American Man-Boy Love Association, who have taken the rainbow and perverted it into a child molestation highway. You got people with the rainbow flag. They're grooming. They might not even know it. They're so stupid. Joe Biden thinks that men should beat up women in sports. And people who support Joe Biden support that. What happened to you people? When did you lose your conscience? When did you lose your spirit? When did you lose your soul? When did you lose your brain? You can't support the Democrats. They believe that men should have sex with little boys because ultimately that's what the rainbow flag means. It's a grooming tool to destroy the foundation of decency. Who died? Want to debate me? Anybody want to debate me? Any of the haters on the warrior laptop world and the screen? You want to debate me? You can't debate me. I've still got Pierce Morgan skull tissue in the cleats of my steel-toed work boots because CNN goes, we got the smartest guy. He's really street sassy, and he's an Ivy League graduate with all kinds of diplomas. He could eat Ted Nugent alive. Did you see what happened? Hey, Pierce. You mess with Uncle Ted, you lose every time. Because I am a humble servant of truth, logic, and common sense. You know, we're talking about Shemaine's book, Abundantly Well. She and I take Field of Greens. Go to fieldofgreens.com. I think the code is faith. But anyhow, and you got to be ready. You got to be healthy. You got to be smart and get good sleep. And I'll get good sleep soon. But anyhow, we have a sponsor that addresses the imperative of preparedness. Preparedness is an imperative, Pedro. Go to heavensharvest.com, and along with your guns and ammo, your first aid kit, your fire extinguishers, fresh water on hand at all time, you need emergency food when disaster strikes. This is a great sponsor. Shemaine and I believe in armslist.com, mypillow.com, and heavensharvest.com. Be prepared when disaster strikes, made in the USA like me. You know, that's the best of the best. 5% off with the promo code TED. There's Coco. Coco just came in. Oh, and Happy's laying on mypillow.com. It's so cool. What a great life I have. So anyhow, emergency survival foods, self-heating meal kits, survival seeds. Go to heavensharvest.com, free shipping. And this stuff has self-heating. You can literally take it ice fishing. Do you ice fish? I ice fished a few times. It was really cold, but I killed a muskox in Alaska, and it was 72 below zero. Well, it wasn't 70. It was 72 wind chill below zero. and I shot a muskox with my trusty bow and arrow. So anyhow, heavensharvest.com. That's the kind of gift you should give the people you love. Emergency food. Go to heavensharvest.com, type in the code TED, and buy something that is beneficial for the people you love, because we want to be in the asset column. And I was in the asset column in Austin yesterday. That was yesterday. What a long drive that was. And then I got home in time to go hunting, and I got skunked again. But anyhow, I'm not short on venison. And now I'm packing up my Suburban. Thank you, Troy Sandy, in Hillsdale, now in Salem. I have so many great. Anyhow, thank you, everybody, for the increasing boisterous support. We're getting ready for the inauguration. Are you kidding me? Pray that nothing dangerous takes place when we celebrate the inauguration coming up. Now, Shemaine and I have tickets in the front row, right there underneath the great president, Donald Trump, as he puts his hand on the Bible. We have a buddy with a jet. Do you have buddies with jet? Those are my best buddies. I love my jet buddies. But we declined. We're not going because I donated my time for a children's charity fundraiser. The guy paid a lot of money to hunt with me because I'm such a riot. Go to tednugent.com if you want to hunt with me. We're booking next year's hunts, and I'm so much fun. If I wasn't me, I'd book a hunt with me, because this guy's a riot around the campfire. Plus, I will gut your creature and turn them into family-sized portions, because I'm special. Effervescent masculinity. I'll be right back with Shemaine Nugent. It's the dream.